Hello there, everybody. Welcome to 1 o'clock, an extra bit of fun where we unwind to help get your weekend started right.
Yes, it's Friday.
Yes, it's Friday.
Everyone loves Friday.
It's Friday somewhere, am I right?
Today
is Friday.
Right
Technically, when
here.
we're actually recording this,
It's Friday.
it is a Friday.
We always record Friday. Do you know why?
We do. Why?
Because they put us in a good mood.
They put us in a great mood to start the weekend right.
And as comedians, Fridays mean nothing to us.
Nothing.
No, because it's not the end of the week, is it?
It's not. It's
a start.
nothing. It's nothing in the middle.
Nothing.
Actually,
this is nothing.
Okay. You really backfired on that. You were having a good time for a second. And then
you upset me.
I'm sorry. I'm always upsetting you these days.
I know.
I know. This is so nice.
But that's the point of my life,
It
Sam.
is
at the
the
moment,
point.
That's the point where I am at in my life. And
Yeah.
I'll talk about it in this 1 o'clock.
Okay, girl.
Okay, all
Okay,
right.
girl.
So at 1 o'clock, we just talk about things that are on our mind.
Yes.
Or funny little things.
Yes,
For
yes.
example, like a quiz. We did that one time.
The quiz, we did do that. It was
yeah,
fun.
it went
It was
forever.
fun. It was fun. It went forever.
It went forever.
Yeah.
But this one, I think this is one. It's quite topical right now.
Okay.
So this is with the silly season. At
Yeah.
the end of the silly season,
We are recording in the silly season.
Oh
yeah.
my
It's such a
God.
silly season. Rat. That was silly.
Oh my
Sorry about that. Rat. Rat.
Oh, silly.
Silly.
But what we have to do in silly season,
Yes.
is we have to catch up with so many people.
Oh, so many people.
And sometimes we don't get to choose who we catch up with.
That's right.
It's like you just go to an event.
Yeah.
There's so many events. Like there's like work events.
Yep.
And then there's social events. And then there's like extended social events.
Yep.
And then there's like, kids' birthday parties. And so you have to like always talk. There's so many people all the time.
Yep.
And so you have to have this level of politeness
Yeah.
and feign interest
Sure.
in people you don't really care about.
Yep.
And I'm getting to a point in my life, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm 37, I think.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's your birthday, but I say thank you.
No offense.
Thank
but
you so much. Actually, thank you so much.
37, and when you get, I don't know whether it's an age thing, but let's just say it is.
Let's just,
say it.
I'll call a spade a spade. That's an auntie thing to say.
That is.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely. Yep, that is absolutely what she would say.
Yep.
You would say. As a drunk auntie.
As a
And
drunk
I
auntie,
have-
may I rest in peace. I'm sorry. Did I tell you? I died. It's a spooky auntie.
Woo, that is good.
Yeah, that's fun.
So I don't know if it's an age thing. I just reckon it is. And
Yeah.
you just go, "Oh, I'm a bit tired
Yes.
of having to talk. Or maybe it's just the end of the silly season where your patience has actually, you've
Yeah.
had it up to here, had it up to pussy's bow
Yes.
with having to deal with people who are a little bit dull
Yep.
or just a little bit rude.
Yeah.
Or just like okay, for example, I get sick to death, absolutely fed up
Yes.
of talking to people who don't ask a question. Okay? So I could say to you, "Hey Sam, how you going?" And you could be like, "Yeah, I'm really good." And then you tell me about how you are actually
Yes.
going. And I'm interested in that.
Yep.
Like I genuinely
Yeah,
am.
of course.
Unless you're talking about, I don't know, like colour by numbers or something. Like that is.
And I always do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this is my warning to you to stop
Do you
doing
want to see
that.
my Sudoku really quick?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But then you would say, yeah, naturally,
Yep.
what you should say
Yep.
after that, what have you been up to? It's good to see you. You look beautiful. Things like that.
Yeah. You
And
look
then
so glamorous
Thank
today.
you. And then I would tell you what I'm talking about. It's just like this like exchange
Yes.
of information,
Yeah.
whether it's interesting or not. It's the other person feels like you care about them.
Of course. I can't
Yes.
stand people that don't ask questions.
Cannot
Yeah,
stand
yeah.
them. And in the silly season where we are right now,
Yes.
I find myself, I don't know whether I'm just gravitate towards people
Mm-hmm.
or they gravitate towards me, people who just refuse to ask a question.
Yeah.
And I just can't stand it.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
And I've just had, I went to a party just recently, very recently, a party.
Very nice.
Thank you.
How do you do? Oh, how do you do?
And I had to speak to someone, and by this stage, it's like near the end of the silly season. People have gone back to work, blah, blah, blah. But he just was just talking at me, and I was like, do I have to put up with this anymore?
Yeah.
Do I have to can I just turn on my heel and storm away?
You always wear that one heel.
One
Just one.
made of acrylic nails.
Now, that was something in the other episode that we recorded,
should
but you
listen.
just listened to that. It was
good.
fun.
It's a callback.
Yeah.
Callback from
for another
different
episode.
episodes.
They're
Always.
always fun.
Always
They're
fun.
always fun.
Always
Yeah.
fun, always cute. And that's what I did. So I I eventually, I don't know whether I left because of this person, but I definitely had like furious thoughts in my head of when is it? Yeah, I killed him. I wouldn't do it again.
Horrible end to the story.
Serial killing.
Don't
You
say it
can't
on a
do it
podcast.
anymore.
Don't say it on a podcast.
All right, but I wanted to.
But you can't do anything anymore.
I just wanted. Do you know what I wanted to do, Sam? And I'm sound angry now, but I very rarely get angry.
Yeah, you're a lovely girl.
Thank you. Very rarely get angry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. No offense, but thank you.
No offense, thank you so much.
But I was like actually feeling like the fury run through my
Yeah.
brain. So I was like, is he just never going to ask me anything? And he had the nerve to like be rude to someone
Yeah.
at the party because they had forgotten something about his job. Like they said, "Oh, is this where you're working?" And they'd like mispronounced the place he worked.
Right.
And he was like, "That's not where I work."
Grow up. That's not actually where I work because you should care as much about my life as I do. Would you ever confront someone like that? Would you either be like, you haven't asked me any questions, or
I think I would. I think I'm getting to that point.
Yeah,
This is where I'm getting to. This is where I'm getting. I'm getting to the drunk auntie stage.
Yep.
Where I'm just going to call a spade and be
Yeah.
like, and I'm good.
Yep.
Thanks so much for asking.
Yeah.
My job's going pretty well. Don't
Yeah.
have one, but it's going great. And yeah. The kids are good, and you know, Christmas was great. You know, we had a good time. But you knew all this obviously because you haven't asked me a fucking question. You know, I'd say that too.
Yep.
Like I'd say the F word. Like
You know,
I'd swear.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
You said
I
the
have
F
done.
word.
I'd say it.
Okay. I don't believe you, but I was with people recently who did not ask me a single question, and I asked so many questions.
Yeah, you do ask a lot of questions.
I do ask a lot of questions.
You're very good at
I
it.
just kept asking lots of questions and they were not asking me anything back. And I just find it so exhausting when you're continually leading the conversation. And it's like, I just don't understand how people can get like that, where they're just like, I'm not going to ask you any questions.
Yep.
Is it genuinely someone that's not interested, do you think? Is that why they're not asking?
No, I think in your case is because you are so good at asking questions that they go, oh, good, I just can sit back and
You
and
see the person physically go, okay, I'll just sit this one out.
recline.
Yeah.
In a lazy boy chair. Why? Where'd you get that?
Because I'm a legit lazy boy.
Yeah. With questions.
Ask away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I think that with you are very good at questions, and I think that people. And you are interested.
I am interested in people. Yeah, absolutely.
And you ask questions for your as a job.
Yes,
you're always interviewing people.
How are you? That sort of thing.
Please.
I've got others. I've got other questions. That's just one of them.
That's just
How
the
are you
main
today?
one. It's the main one.
How are you today? And you? Very well, thank you.
Oh, they've asked you a question back.
No, yeah.
You're
That was me again.
Oh,
I'm good, thank you. And you? I'm well, and you? That's why I open conversations.
is this? Oh, yeah. Is this you interviewing yourself?
Yeah, I'm well, and you?
Every morning. Just like hopefully
I'm well, and you? You're just
someone's
crying.
going to ask me a question.
I'm
it's gonna
good
be
too.
Me.
No one asked. So for you, you're getting to a point where you're so fed up with it.
Yeah.
So you're cutting these people out, or are you?
And also, okay. So this is the other question I have for you, Sammy. I mean, I'll ask you very few, but this is one.
Yep.
Is have you ever had a friend who's had a partner who's just the worst?
Yes.
And I know there'll be one of my friends listening to this, and
Yep.
she'll be like, "I know she's talking about my partner. I'm not
Right,
talking
yeah,
about
no.
your partner.
No, you're not.
I'm not talking about him.
No, he's great.
He's great.
I
He's
love
actually
that
a really
thing that he
nice
does with, and then he, but
Exactly.
the other thing that he does, and you seen that
so
thing that he
nice.
does. You know, when he told you that story about
my
her,
gosh.
and that's so
Yeah.
funny.
No, but he's very. I know the friend who was listening and thinking, "I know what she's doing here. This is about me. It's not about you.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up.
It's not about
Not
you.
everything's about you.
No, your partner's fine.
Yeah, he's
He's fine.
he's fine. He talks over me, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the way he talks over me.
No, now she's thinking you are.
No,
you've never.
We're not. You couldn't be further from the
We're
truth.
not
You couldn't be
talking
more
about
wrong.
that. We're not talking about the person that I'm talking about is
Yeah.
different to that one.
Different.
So, but the person who my friend, great, so lovely, love him so much.
Yeah.
He is smart. He is funny.
Sexy.
He's actually very attractive.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's so kind.
Yep.
He's an excellent cook.
Great.
He's interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Great sense of humor. Laughs
Yeah.
at my jokes constantly.
Great head of hair.
It's gorgeous. So loud.
Pull that rug. Lovely.
Oh my god.
Lovely.
It is almost like you've met him. The
I have
way
met
you've
him. I
helped me
have.
describe him there, and then his partner is just. Oh, Sammy, his partner's just one of the worst people I've ever met.
Wow, that's big.
It is.
Imagine you're very tolerant of people as well. Like I
Yeah.
imagine you've got a really good threshold
Yes,
for
I
people.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when someone annoys me, it does take quite a bit.
Yes, yeah.
And then there's Like I'll listen to someone like complain about someone, but often I'm like, oh well, I can kind of see where the
Sure.
or I can see that they're a little bit damaged
Yeah.
or whatever. But this person, I can't see any humanity in them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like they're bad. They're just like I can't find anything salvageable there.
And do you have to hang out with them?
Not often. But
okay.
when I do,
Yeah.
I'm like, has no one called this? Has no one said to the good one,
Yeah.
hey,
What are you
your
doing?
partner's the worst.
Yeah.
And you're wasting your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't invite you to things because of
Oh,
your partner.
wow. Yeah, okay.
And the person who is listening to this and thinking she's talking about me, I'm not talking about you.
No. There's no way we're talking about you right now,
I'm
baby
not
doll.
talking about
No,
you.
we love you.
I'm talking about a completely different person.
Yeah, I tell you, I had a friend who was dating someone who I really just didn't like. Like, you know, it takes me a lot to not like someone and not want to be in the same room as them. But fuck, I just didn't like them. And every single time, no questions. They would constantly put their partner down in front of everyone and really rude about the partner. We all loved the partner, so it was just really weird. And we tried to put up with them for a long time. And all the friendship group were going, every time they go, yeah, they're coming. We're not so excited anymore. It would really draw like a little black cloud that will come into a room. And then they broke up and we did that thing of going, oh, thank God. And then obviously they get back together.
Obviously. And now they know.
Now they know. And so now we're within this weird thing where it's they obviously didn't tell the partner this, but they know that we don't like them. And now when they don't invite them to everything now, but sometimes when they're there, you can just see that the friends just kind of, the eyes are doing that real quick dart across, like no one is liking this. No one is. And it's just a horrible space to be in.
They should know that though.
Yeah, yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah,
Good on you. I think it's great.
We all kind of said it at the same time.
Or
Like we're going, yeah, that was shit. Like, you know, we all did it at the same time. There was
it's fine.
Quite a few of us that
That's
did it.
good and normal. I think more people should be telling their friends they think their partners are shit. And if
Yeah.
anyone out there has met Lucas, he's a very good man to me. I love him very much.
Yep.
If you don't like him, I would like to hear it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You'd like to. Yeah. You're rocking right now. You're rocking back and forth like an auntie, like a drunk auntie had too many wines and she just sits back rocking.
Yeah.
She's made a really valid point. You heard Bird Turd.
I just don't think they should let him in.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't think they should let him in.
There's a queue for a reason.
That's right. I got my reasons. Shut up. I got my reasons. Shut up.
When you've been on this earth as long as I have.
2,000 years. When God made me. Look.
What do you think, Sammy? Is there a time? When is the time? Is it an age thing, or is it just like? Is it like like you've lost patience? Like, what is it? What are we doing? This is what I want to know. I'm an angry lady today. Let me tell you. But
Let me
what
tell
are we
you
doing?
this. When I reckon I was like 21
Yes.
in the world of stand-up comedy, and wonderful Wes Snelling told
Love
me, when you
them.
turn 30, you are not going to have anyone in your life that you don't want to be in your life anymore. Now, that's an arbitrary age.
Yeah.
Because I still have some people that I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm not a huge fan of you.
You've got heaps of friends.
Got his friend, but there's a. I didn't mean my close friends.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of you.
Robbie
yes,
Mills.
At Rob Millsy Mills. Yes,
Yeah.
use his handle. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
I've got to get the word out. That's what this podcast is all about. Get the word out about at
Trying
Rob
to
Millsy
build
Mills.
his profile.
But I've still got some people around that you're like, you know, they're acquaintances.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're still around, but I don't spend a lot of energy on them. But sometimes I think that's such a true sentiment. When you get older, you kind of go, I don't really want this person in my life as much anymore, or I don't want them at all, or I'm not going to make an effort with people that don't make an effort with me. Last year, hardest year I've ever had. Like, I had a really bad year last year. One of the reasons I got this lovely tattoo.
Okay.
And so had a bad year, decided I'd do lots of things and get myself back out into the world, do lots of things again. And I have really enjoyed doing that. But it also meant that the people that didn't make an effort with me last year, I now don't make an effort with them.
Oh my God, you're talking to me.
And it has been so nice to take a step back and go, actually, you didn't make an effort with me last year and haven't. And I always put effort into friendships. And when they don't put the same amount of effort back, like if I don't get texts from friends, like I'm just like, whatever, they're busy.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like, I've organised the last like 6 or 7 things, you haven't texted me, you haven't made any effort.
Yeah.
Then after a while you start to go, I'm not gonna bother with you so much.
Great.
And there's been a few friends recently that I've had to kind of be like,
and you know who you are.
you know who you are. Well, you're not listening to this, so you don't know who you are. But
They might be.
But yeah, they might be.
They
but
miss you.
Oh God, I miss you
I've
too.
literally got nothing
Come
on
back,
now.
baby. Come back. I can fix you.
They're like, I've got so many things to say, and no one's asking me any questions.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the only one. But I am actually that person that gets sat next to people at things because they go, you'll be fine with them.
Yes.
Always at weddings. Lots of people that I winked at you because we're going to talk about the wedding that I went to. But or maybe we already have. Who knows when this comes
Can't
out.
tell you.
But yeah, I think it's really interesting that as you get older, there are people that you suddenly go, oh shit. And now I reckon at this point of the podcast, we're the drunk aunties at a party who are now having a D&M. Everyone else is dancing.
Gosh. Yes. Yes.
We're in the corner
Velvet
going, listen, I love you.
and I've been meaning to say this to you for 45 years.
Yes, partner John sucks.
He's never asked me a single question. And I've had 6 kids, and he doesn't know a single one of their names.
Sure, neither do I. But yeah, so I think with people that you start to cut out, you go, okay, well that person was a really good time in my life.
Yeah.
And you go, but then after a while you go, oh no, they haven't asked me a question. They haven't asked me anything. They don't ask me how I am. And then they're only at things now if other people invite them to things. And that's fine because we haven't had a friendship breakup. We haven't been like through that thing where you have to have that conversation, but I just don't make an effort with them. And then they're always like, oh my God, we have to catch up. And you go, we can. You just have to
organize
organize it and do
pay
something.
for it.
Yeah.
And
pay
pick me
for
up
it.
and drop me off.
That's right. And let
to
me drink.
I'm not asking a single question. In fact, I'm not talking.
I would love it as an ultimate act of defiance. Why don't I just go to something and I don't answer any question?
Answer or ask?
I just go, no, I'm sitting this one out.
Maybe that's who we're talking to. People
Maybe.
who've had enough.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, I'm not answering.
I'm not doing this
I'm
anymore.
not asking any questions.
I'm not being
Oh
the
my
person to connect
God.
all of you anymore. Or I'm not being the person that continually just keeps the conversation
Yes.
going.
And bringing people in. Be like,
Yeah.
So Janine, you've what do you do again? Oh, that's right. That's so interesting because you also do something.
Yeah.
Now, and then
Paul, you're an asshole. Why don't you talk to Janine?
She sucks.
She sucks.
Oh my God! No
God, she's
wonder no
awful.
one's talking to her.
Janine's awful.
Oh God!
Talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I agree. I agree that there comes a point when you're like, nah, I don't want to.
And it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, yeah, okay, I'm probably at
Yes.
my end, like I'm end of my patience.
Yeah,
with these people,
yeah.
Feel free to cut them off.
Yeah.
Like get rid of them.
Yeah,
No more.
they don't deserve you.
No more. If they don't ask questions, if they're not actually interested, if they don't know what you do.
Yep.
To be fair, I don't know what Lucas does. It's hard though. It's confusing.
You could ask questions.
Oh my God, too many. I'm tired. I've asked you questions. I've asked you about 3 questions today. I am busy.
You are busy. Now, look, before we wrap up this
Yes.
podcast, so I got a tattoo.
I
Right.
know, and you've literally.
I've covered it up.
I know it's a secret.
I showed you a photo of it, though.
You did, which it could have been anyone's arm.
Could be anyone's arm. That's true.
When I walked in, you've got a giant, like a novelty-sized Band-Aid on it.
That's right. So I got this clear. I've never had a tattoo before. I've never got it. And this is my first tattoo.
Yeah. When did you start planning for this?
So I've thought about it for a while. So when I used to do stand up back in the day, I found out I had a heart condition.
Yeah.
I got really scared about going back on stage all the
Sure.
time because I'd get adrenaline rush and then I'd always be like, oh my God, am I going to pass out on stage again? Because that's what happened. I blacked out on stage. And so I used to write on my arm every time before I went on stage. I'd write, it doesn't matter. And I go, and
Your
then,
heart condition. Oh, that's not true.
no, this gig doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I go like that and there'd be like drunk people in a place on a Tuesday night and I used to write, it doesn't matter. And then I'd look at that before I go out and I feel a lot calmer. And so recently, because I got back into stand up and how awful I was saying last year was, I go like the other day, I was like, I do want to get that on my wrist. So now I've got, it doesn't matter written here. Got it in Perth. I got it in Perth at this tattooist.
Well, did you look them up online or you just
Yes.
went?
Yeah, looked them up online.
Because it's fine. It's written very fine.
Yeah, very finely. They're really good at it.
Very good.
Very good. And yeah, so it says it doesn't matter. And so now when I look down, I'll go, it doesn't matter. But I did tell you that it was going to be rosé all day. And I am sorry that it's not rosé all day.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Or-
Wouldn't have come over if you'd been honest.
Imagine. But first, coffee. Just written on the go. You won't
my
regret
God.
that. You won't regret that.
I wonder if anyone has that.
I would love to hear.
Tattoo.
I would love to hear. Please do write into us, deardrunkaunties@gmail.com if you have tattoo regret. Or if
I have
someone
it.
else has... Do you?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I've only got one tattoo.
Tell me about it.
Also on my wrist.
Tell me about it.
I'll tell you. I got it when I was 20.
Yeah.
It says una vita.
Una vita.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
In Latin, one life.
One life.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So it's like the opposite of yours because it does matter. So
It does matter.
do something.
Yeah, but it still means the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it depends how you
Just
look
keep
at
doing it.
Depends how many wines you've had. But I hate it so much because it's like this naff cursive writing. Have a look, Sam.
Well, that's why I didn't want to get cursive because I was like, it's a hard thing to. But that's the thing. Like things are popular at a certain time, and so
Yeah.
cursive was probably the thing that people getting tattooed.
I was only a couple of days after my 20th birthday, and so that would have been.
Thanks for the invite to your 21st as well.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, but that sort of thing.
2006, were you born?
No, I was born in 2009.
2006. 2006, I got this.
Right.
2006.
Okay.
And I got it, and then my friend who she went and got it as well, but she was like, I'm going to get mine in Italian because she's half Italian.
Okay.
And it also says Una Vita because it's the same.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but then like about 3 months.
Still friends with them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Still,
that's
but
good.
3 months after she got it, she got it removed because she didn't like it. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Okay.
oh, I thought you said you liked mine. She was like, no, I like yours. I was like, they're exactly the same.
Johnny Depp has had Winona Forever tattooed on his arm when he got with Winona, and now it says Wino Forever. He I
He has
think
a great relationship with alcohol.
Yeah.
He should be on this podcast.
Let's get him on. Johnny, if you're listening, come on.
He seems great.
Thank you for listening to Wine O'Clock. Leave us a 5-star rating or 5-star review. We'll read it out on this podcast if it's a review. Maybe not the rating. We won't read that out. 1, 2, 3, 4,
3 stars.
5. Thank you so much. Yeah, but please do. We'd love to, and we'd love to hear
love
from you as
it.
well on the main podcast. We'd love to hear from you if you can write in deardrunkaunties@gmail.com. Also with tattoos that
Yeah.
you know of that you've had, or we'll read it out sometime on the podcast. We're recording. We're
that.
banking a lot of these podcasts, so at the time of recording, this might be a while away when this comes out.
Could never be aired.
Never be aired, but we want to hear from you. So
We
please do,
do.
and speak pipes as well. We want to. We want to
Speak
hear
pipe.
from
I
you.
love.
Yeah.
I want to hear your voice.
We love that.
I also want to hear about if anyone's dropped a friend after
Yes.
this podcast.
Yeah.
After this very, very passionate
Yeah.
Wine O'Clock.
I love that. Bron Lewis.
Cheers.
Good night. Good night. I just fall right asleep.
Why would you
The answer
cheers
is
me? Cheers. Oh, it is the D&M corner.
It is.